Rise, man.
The Force will be with you.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Hello there my friends, I'm Star Wars Meg, back with another Star Wars news update and to give you your daily dose of Mandalorian Season 2 news. In today's video we have some really exciting updates, including new information about the Boba Fett spin-off series. We're also going to be talking about the title and plot details for Chapter 13, which drops next Friday, and we're also going to be speaking about aspects of Chapter 12, which was on Friday. But as always, before I get into it, please may I ask you to hit like down below, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and welcome if you are, and also make sure you hit the notification bell to be alerted each and every time I post new content. You can expect daily Star Wars updates from me. I'm really trying to grow my channel. It's already grown to an extent I never expected, so thank you all so much. Now without too much jibber jabber, let's get into the update. So this article is from Comic Book and it states, Star Wars The Mandalorian Boba Fett spin-off rumoured to be prequel. Boba Fett has returned to Star Wars thanks to Disney Plus's The Mandalorian. While the character has yet to return over the course of the most recent 3 episodes, it's been reported he's getting his own show on the same streaming platform. But a new report suggests that the Boba Fett series currently in development will be a prequel, taking place sometime before the events of The Mandalorian. The latest reports come from The Direct, who reports Jordan Bolger is currently in talks for a supporting role in the series. Better yet, the same report suggests that the Fett series is in fact a prequel, likely answering the question of how he survived his Return of the Jedi fall into the Sarlacc pit. It's been said the House of Mouse and Lucasfilm are looking to start production on Fett in mid-November, so it's possible the series has already started filming using the studio's innovative volume technology. Though some might think the character with a cult following such as Boba Fett would be better suited for the silver screen, Disney executives have made it clear that Disney Plus is the way forward. In fact, the conglomerate underwent a massive corporate reconstruction earlier this month, solely to place an enhanced focus on the world of streaming and Disney Plus. I mean, this could be news to some people, but I think the majority of us knew that any kind of spin-off revolving Boba Fett was going to take place after Return of the Jedi and before The Mandalorian, to kind of explain why he ended up in the position he did, like we see him in Chapter 9. Obviously, we know he survived Episode 6, but we don't know how, and we don't know what he's been up to since. And on that note, it's looking more and more likely that we're not going to see Boba Fett again in this season of Mando. It really does seem like they're focusing on the Empire, what Moff Gideon's getting up to, how the cloning facility is working, Mando bringing the child to Ahsoka Tano, her potentially diverting him to a Jedi such as Ezra Bridger, so we already have kind of the rest of the season mapped out to some extent. I don't know if Boba Fett will play into it. I suppose there is the possibility that he will show up once more, but it's looking more and more likely they teased what they teased at the end of Chapter 9, so that they can elaborate further on the story in his own spin-off show. But what do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's move on to our next article. So we're going to be speaking about plot details and the title of Chapter 13 in a minute, but first let's look at an article from Fansided, which talks about something that I got a lot of comments on in my full breakdown of Chapter 12. And that is the fact that if you pause Chapter 12 at the right moment, you can see a crew member of Lucasfilm on the far left. So let me read this article for you. The Mandalorian fans think they've noticed a crew member in one shot of Chapter 12. This image that you see on the screen is what fans have been speaking about on Twitter and other social media as well. On the right side of the photo you can see the Mythrol ducking, while all the way on the left you can see an unknown person, presumably a crew member. I don't have too much to say on this, but it is funny nonetheless. So let's move on to speaking about Chapter 13. So The Mandalorian next episode title teases Ahsoka Tano debut. The reported title for Chapter 13 of Mando, or Season 2 Episode 5, is called The Jedi, strongly hinting at the fact that Ahsoka Tano's long-awaited debut on the show will come in less than a week. Now evidently Ahsoka Tano is no longer a Jedi. And as such, as some of my commenters have pointed out, this title could be a red herring. They could be making us think we're going to see Ahsoka, and don't worry, we are, but it's most likely that she will divert Mando and the child to an existing Jedi, perhaps Ezra Bridger or perhaps Luke Skywalker. Now this article from Screen Rant gets it completely wrong, as well as some of the other ones I've seen online, and they claim Ahsoka Tano is the Jedi that they're talking about. This obviously cannot be the case because Ahsoka Tano does not identify herself as a Jedi nor a Sith. But on that note, could there have been an internal conflict with Ahsoka since the last time that we saw her in Rebels? Potentially. But in my mind, I think people are right when they're saying that it is a red herring. They're not speaking about Ahsoka, but rather who Ahsoka will direct, Mando and the child too. Now, on the subject of the plot of Chapter 13, I made an entire video dedicated to predictions for the plot yesterday, so you can check that out on my channel as well. But to put it simply, I think we're going to see Ahsoka early on in the episode. I very much doubt they're going to drag it on any further, and it'd be a bit frustrating if they did, because we've been waiting since Chapter 11, the end of Chapter 11, to see Ahsoka Tano. So finally, I think we are going to get to see her, and it'll be early on in the episode before trouble arises, I think, to do with Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon obviously has a tracking device now on the Razor Crest, thanks to the devious alien we saw on Nevarro in Chapter 12. So the Empire is very easily able to locate the child, and I think there's going to be a plot twist regarding Ahsoka. I think they are looking for the child, but when they find out that Ahsoka Tano is Force sensitive, they might capture her instead. But to be honest, there are so many ways they can go in terms of plot for Chapter 13, so let's see what they come up with and then we can talk about it afterwards. So now let's move on to an article from Polygon, and they're speaking about an Easter egg in Episode 4, or Chapter 12, which was Friday's episode, and it was a tribute to the director Taika Waititi, who in Season 1 played IG-11. So the article says, The Mandalorian Season 1 ended with a bang. Literally, a reprogrammed IG-11 cleared the way for Mando and his friends to make good their escape. The assassin droid also helped to rid the biggest city on the planet Nevarro of Imperial thugs. For that, its populace will be eternally grateful. How grateful? Well, the people of Nevarro built a statue in the droid's honor. It features prominently in the main square just outside the new one-room schoolhouse. As Mando tours the facility, you can just see over his left shoulder the famous droid, his blaster raised skyward in a triumphant posture. The bounty hunter droid played a central role in the first season and had a decent character arc to boot. He helped Din to get over his hatred, perhaps fear of droids. Later, he was the one who revealed Mando's face to the audience for the first time. But as Disney Gallery The Mandalorian showed in a series of behind-the-scenes vignettes, actor and director Taika Waititi himself contributed perhaps even more to the warm, comedic tone of the entire series. So that is all of the news I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please make sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also please consider becoming a patron of mine on Patreon. For just $2 or $10 a month, you can get exclusive access to content that is not found here on this channel. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you are in the galaxy, and I will see you tomorrow.